Hi, YouTube. Hope you're doing well. Throughout this stream, I'm gonna try and finish up a sandwich. So if you guys hear me munching, it's just because I gotta eat a sandwich. I gotta eat something. Although I will be honest, judging from the previews, I felt like I needed to go ahead and get something stronger. So, I don't know what the fuck is gonna come, but I'm prepared. I don't know what's gonna come, but I'm prepared. Hey, yo, Ed, what a fancy... That's a big pour. Cheers. Super fucking curious. We'll get through the opening. I have some conversation topics to touch on. I will say, though, what a phenomenal fucking episode. It feels like we're just fucking skyrocketing up. We're literally just fucking skyrocketing up, and we're zooming, man. We're fucking zooming. So that is fucking wonderful. However, there's only 2 episodes left. What is there left to say? What is there left to say? Also, chat, do we watch the previews at the end of this episode or no? No. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of no. Okay, you would say no. All right, cool. And I fucking love this opening. I hate the fact that there was spoilers in there. Early episode previews are spoiler for the nature of the episodes of the mystery of the day. Yeah, but that's the thing is it's not theory crafting what we're doing. We're just analyzing the behaviors and what's being showcased. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about Lacan's puzzle pieces real quick. I'm glad you're fucking vibing. Hell yeah. Some people, I can automatically hear some people just, yelling in the background. That's not how that works. Except trauma does. Extreme forms of trauma actually can allow people to go ahead and anthropomorphize different elements of self, of study, of, how to go ahead and like talk to people, how to view the world around you. I literally there's hundreds of case studies out there where trauma allows people to go ahead and shape their worldview to interact with things differently. So for example, I've had a couple different individuals who will literally talk to people, right? They will talk to people as though they are their stuffed animals. And in their mind, in their worldview, everyone is a stuffed animal, one of their stuffed animals, aside from their mom and dad. Now, when do you guys think, just off of that, the trauma happened? Oh, so they see stuffed, rabbits or whatever. Yeah, it's usually around the 0 to 5 age range, right? And what usually happens there is if there are individuals that jump in and aren't able to go ahead and appropriate, right? Allow kids to go ahead and, like, number one, separate what fiction and reality is, and that going strictly into fiction as a coping mechanism is not healthy. Well, a lot of kids will go into a safe place to go ahead and go into it. It's more delusion. It's more delusion-based trauma discarded than schizophrenia, right? Because schizophrenia it involves a lot more than just the delusional aspect of things. So it's more like delusion aspects of, visual hallucinations instead of like auditory hallucinations, which we're going to throw in there, right? But sometimes people do it, again, trauma-based. It's called being a chuny. No, sometimes people do it though, or sometimes people get mild forms of it where it's not to that extreme, where it's like, hey, you know what? I just really can't hear people from it. Aside from aphasia and some of the other elements that are commonly thrown out there, there are some extreme cases out there that will make you question the layers of, I don't know how to put it, like study that is currently being done into trauma and why we need to go ahead and push for more. Super duper curious though, super duper exciting. Do you guys have any questions on that before we continue? I thought it should be addressed. I think it's important to go and talk about, and then ask any therapist, any psychologist, anything like that. Have you ever encountered an individual with like early childhood trauma and like, any form of visual delusions or visual hallucinations or anything like that? And how did that work with their social skills? Which you'll often find there's a lot of trauma in the earlier, younger years, right? Why does mental illness seem to manifest in the early 20s? Can it be related to face blindness? At times, but not necessarily. It can, and it can be used as a substitute for, again, displacement, coping defense mechanism. But for the most part, it can really come down to how that trauma manifests itself and why that's being used as a coping mechanism, right? Or a defense mechanism. Here's the thing, and this might be controversial. I've seen a lot of people say, guys are extremely depressed. And this might be a hot take. Guys are extremely depressed, right? Guys are going through extreme depression. Therefore, they take their life in their early 20s. Or there's mental illnesses. My bad. There's a lot of mental illnesses in guys. And in their early 20s, early 30s, which leads up to like, suicidality or suicidal thoughts. Not always. I think that there's a big misrepresentation on that. And I think oftentimes whenever someone cracks through, if we look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs and like they go all the way down to the bottom, it's not because of a mental illness. It's because sometimes life can be extremely shitty and there's no support system or a very little support system. And when people fall through the cracks, sometimes it can be the lowest of low days, right? And a lot of times individuals seem to go ahead and a lot of times individuals seem to think or seem to take that into consideration, be like, oh, they just had mental illnesses, and it's like could have just been like, it was a bad day. It was a really really bad day where your hierarchy of needs cracked all the way to the bottom, and you didn't have a support network, or society hadn't built an appropriate support network to help you out. You know, exactly. If you could give a percentage of hold on, of how much of us come from childhood trauma. Childhood trauma plays a big role in a lot of people. Not everything, of course, not everything. Take this with the green thing. Childhood trauma, early childhood trauma, and childhood trauma growing up before your brain fully develops. Does it impact you? Absolutely, right? Do you need probably to go seek out help, therapists and whatnot to heal from it? Absolutely, right? Does it define everything though? No. Of course not. We go through trauma every single day. You go through a breakup, your relationship ends bad, you stub your toe. Hate to put it like this, even a picture of one of your nudes being leaked can be traumatic. That's a whole new wave of things that you have to go ahead and deal with, right? However, early childhood trauma and how we deal with it often sets up our coping mechanisms and defense mechanisms as adults. And that's why like a lot of people focus in on those early years, because if we don't have the right support, the right coping mechanism, the right whatnot to go and seek out help for what that may look like in case we do fall, what support do we have as adults? Step on a Lego, oof. Don't need to be mentally ill to be depressed. Just need a guy alive in the current world. Yeah. And there's a call of the void as well, which often gets underlooked or overlooked, rather well said, Do you think it's fair to say most people have experienced some sort of trauma in their life? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Some people have experienced some form of trauma in their life, whether it's, environmental trauma, right? Being exposed to lead, asbestos, the world, literally societal trauma in that case, right? Generational trauma coming down from generation to generation. In case your parents, grandparents have ever been in a war, in case you were ever told you what you have to be in by 8 p.m. all doors locked. There's nothing that you can do outside. Might be generationally passed down, and you don't even know why you do it, even as an adult. And you may have kids, and you may have never told them about it, but come bedtime, they might get anxious, and you don't know why they're anxious around that time. There's 101 other things out there, and it's super duper curious about it. I work very closely with one of the leading trauma psychologists in the nation, in the U.S. Like they were literally like one of the originators about it, and we've been talking about like specifically to do with military personnel. And we were talking about it, right? Because they often deal with a lot of individuals that go through like a lot of their trauma doesn't just stem from childhood, it stems from years of service. And some of the extreme cases that we've talked about, that we've staffed about, come through instances where individuals don't have, like, yes, they have a loving family right now, but they don't know how to go ahead and set up that core system of support. So they crack and it comes through. But doesn't early childhood have everything to do that? And we change profoundly and rapidly at that time, like traumatic experiences, joyous, weird. Aren't they all just part of passive brain development? Yes and no. Cross teams. There's a difference between normal forms of stressors, acute stressors, and trauma. Acute stressors will allow your brain to, and by the way, sorry, Mammal, YouTube people, whenever you guys come to this, I just think it's important knowledge to go ahead and have and talk about. Acute stressors, and there's a difference between an acute stressor and trauma. And I often hear this whenever people are like, oh, I've had a really bad traumatic day. My boss said no to me and I was such trauma. It's like, no, you had a stressful day, but stress does not mean trauma. Trauma is prolonged periods of time, right? As opposed to acute stress, which is 1 or 2 days of someone being like, hey, you know what? You can't have this. Or like, hey, you know what? Like the next day, let's go get a meal, right? Whatever. Big difference in that. I mean, you just said a stub toe was trauma. It's physical trauma, not necessarily like extreme emotional, psychological trauma. Cross staves. Big difference in that. So stress and trauma are like weather and climate. Exactly. And that's the main instance in that. It's not. You got to think about it like psychological trauma is over a period of time. Physical trauma can be literally anything. You hit your body against something, that's considered physical trauma. But psychological trauma would be something along the lines of someone is verbally and mentally abusing you for over 28 days, right? Or a consistent pattern of 6 months to the point where, like, yes, they leave your life, but after that 6 month period, guess what? Especially as a child, your brain, and even earlier, it takes less than 6 months, but your brain literally starts rewiring the neurons inside of it to shoot differently because your brain starts adjusting to what that trauma brain is now, right? Unfortunately, it happens. But anyway, about the consequences of something, not necessarily, right? So how do you undo that? Years of trauma, or not years, but just years of trauma, years of therapy. Wow. Years of trauma can be dealt with years of therapy. You need to go to a therapist. You need to go to a psychologist. You need to go seek out help. And that's the main element through that. Bulbus, thanks so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. You need to go seek out help, professional help. And the main element from that, and I will always state this, right, which is why I'm a big proponent and people don't like it. Any therapist and any psychologist will always follow ethical guidelines, which will be like, try not to self-diagnose. Do not self-diagnose. Go seek out a therapist to get that professional diagnosis. You can identify your symptoms 110%, but self-diagnosis is really bad because of bias, because of self-bias, right? And oftentimes not everything aligns. Seek out professional help. Get a professional diagnosis. That's probably the best way to go and throw that out there, and then work through that. Work through whatever issues may be happening. Now I know, and I know. Don't get me wrong. Mental health professionals are not available everywhere. Mental health professionals are not available, and they're not cheap everywhere. I acknowledge it, right? And that's something that needs to be worked on, 110%. However, identifying your symptoms is something key to be keeping in mind. Feeling depressed, right? Knowing that, like, hey, whenever the sun goes down, I start feeling sad. I notice this, I notice that. Super keen to be aware of symptomology. However, giving yourself a diagnosis without fully knowing what it can be, that's a rough one because there can be comorbidity and there can be other instances that, like, other factors that come into play where personal bias gets in the way and blinds you from it. Good self-diagnosis is about knowing when to get diagnosed. Symptomology. Exactly. Why do I feel pain? Oh my god! I just thought of something. Lacan sees people as these white or black stones, right? For shogi boards, go boards. What is she playing with right now while singing her baby a song? Go, there you go, go. So what is she singing right now while she sings the baby, the lullaby? My heart is breaking. Like, is this something that they would play together? Is this oh, dude, like, I'm not even kidding. I'm on the verge of fucking tears right now, dude. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Se fuerte. I took a bite and a fucking shot, and I'm like, oof. Oof. What a beautiful transition. She's lining up the pieces, singing a lullaby. Literally the game that she would probably play with him, and the song that she would probably sing to her. In a world where both of them are mashing at the moment. Wow. Wow. I'm over here just like, all right, let's go.
お相手できないでしょうか。
こ
断る理由などなかろう。可愛い娘の頼みとあらば。
勝負は変則なしの5局勝負。
Okay.
つまり先に3勝した方が勝ちです。
ハンデはどうする？どの駒を落とそうか。
必要ありません。
もらっておけばいいものを。
それより賭けの褒美を決めませんか？
それは話が早い。私が勝てばうちの子になってくれるね。
Oh, Jinchi, no! Jinchi! If I win, are you gonna come and live with me? Jinchi. What the fuck? Jinchi, my cat, no! That's so good. Oh my god. Well, I mean, what can she request? Like, give me fucking, you know, the child support that you owe me?
何も口を出さない約束でしょ。しかし
構いません。ですが雇用中の身ですので年季が明けた後になりますが。
雇用中？本当に雇われているのかい？
Oh.
へえ。
Oh. Fucking look on. Oh, dude, Oh, a cat and the fox. That's so good, man. That is so fucking cute to go ahead and do. And it's interesting though, because I mean, Jinchi, wouldn't you try and win over your potential future father-in-law?
その代わり私が勝てば6召喚の妓女を1人身請けしてもらえないでしょうか。
Oh. The one that's going up
何を言い出す
for...
のかと思えば。
誰とは言いませんがやり手ババアが年頃の妓女を片付けたがっていますので。
そうきたか。
Ooh.
それでいい。
Mau. There's a... Mau. Ooh. Ooh. She really just loves to screw over Liaku.
というのなら飲むしかないのだがね。それだけでいいのかい？
ではルールをあと2つ。
匂いからしてきつめの蒸留酒か。ものすごく嫌な予感がする。
それはなんだい？
少しなら薬です。3口も飲めば猛毒になりますけど、小瓶の液体を3つの杯に入れてどれに入れたかわからないようにします。勝負1回ごとに勝った方が1つ選び、負けた方がそれを一息に飲む。これが1つ目のルールです。
えぐいことを考える。
そして2つ目は、たとえどんな理由があろうとも試合を放棄したら負けということでお願いします。
Okay.
よろしいですか？
See the way that she's approaching it. And she's approaching it in a way that seems very transparent, but at the same time puts him up again, like the same thing that he just did over to Jinshi with the whole blue rose thing. She's doing the same exact thing over to him. If he really cares about her, wouldn't he try and stop the game? And even past that, if he stops the game for any reason, he loses and forfeits. Even past that goes into the main aspect of thing of like, how far is he willing to go in this regard to try and prove a point or to try and get her if it risks his daughter's life? If drinking and doing stuff and whatnot is going to go ahead and push her to be unhappy with living with you. She's not playing. Huh. Mama probably just wants to drink. Huh. That's the main regard.
します。よろしいですか？
構わないよ。
これは揺さぶりか。確かに普通の相手ならひるむかもしれない。
Interesting that she's playing upon his parental affection, yet still refuses to accept him as her parent. She knows he loves her, yet she cannot bring herself to accept it. Because in accepting it, think about it this way, Bayonetta. In an accepting them, is it love? And then accepting them as, like, say, a parent, right, in that regard, or taking them into their life, are you open to accepting or excusing some of their behavior? That is the main thing.
しかし相手は鬼人と言われる軍師殿である。
Famous weirdo
ただの揺さぶり
strategist.
で心乱れるとは思えない。一体何を考えているんだ。
I love how there's no background music. It's just the sound of the board. That's fucking ooh. Trying to go ahead and send the message. What a way to send the message about the importance of this. You cut off the background music. Yes, you leave them talking, or you know, they converse with chess. Exactly. Oh no, did
これ
she?
で2連敗だ。シャンチーで負けなしの軍師殿に挑むのだから多少は心得があるのかと思いきや、ルールを知っている程度で実践の経験はないようだ。すでに2杯。美味しそうに飲むせいで毒入りかどうかはためにはわからない。
Bro, why the fuck am I so tense? Like, I'm literally tensing up my entire fucking body, bro. What the fuck?
力でよろしいですか？
ああ、いいよ。
一体何を考えているんだ。3戦目の結果も見えている。もしすでに飲んだ2杯が毒入りだとすると、3杯目を飲むのは危険すぎる。この状況をラカンはどこまで読んでいるのか。
More tense match than Yu-Gi-Oh!
罪です。
参ったよ。
Hey, yo, Mama! Were you just... Mama, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you smurfing? Mama, were you smurfing the first couple of games or some shit? What the fuck? What the fuck? That was a quick fucking checkmate. That was just like a, I wonder, checkmate. Are you smurfing? What the fuck, Mama?
この酒でも勝ちは勝ちということでいいですね。
Oh, okay.
ああ、
Okay.
間違っても娘に毒をさせるわけにはいかんからな。
I was over here thinking that Mama was just a fucking, like, 10-head fucking Smurf player. Like a fucking guy that goes on Apex that's like, oh, I'm a total fucking noob. Oh, and like is actually pulling off like the most insane shit out there, you know?
ねえ。どれを選んでくれる？
好きなものをどうぞ。
薬というのは味はあるのかい？
一口飲めば嫌な味だと思うでしょうね。
ラカンは2回まで負けることができる。そのうち1つでも味が違えば、
Right.
娘に毒が及ばないとわかるだろう。そのためにわざと負けるとは、やはり抜け目のない男だ。
Sure.
ではこれを。
Bro, why am I so fucking tense? I kind of want a sip of that. Cheers. I've never been. I remember watching fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And getting so fucking tense at some of the games. I'm getting really fucking tense just watching this game right now. I'm not gonna fucking lie, dude. Breathe in. I am. It's just, ooh. Oh. Because comes in my next element. If you really want to fuck someone up, they drink the whole cup, Ed. I ain't drinking my whole cup. Are you kidding me? It's tequila. I ain't gonna do that. He'll reach for his cup and take a drink. Yeah.
嫌な味だ。
毒入りだ。 これで薬屋が3杯目に毒を飲む心配はなくなった。それは同時にラカンがこれ以上負ける必要がないということ。
Or it can be a bluff. It can actually be a double bluff if that, right? It can be it can be a bluff in the idea of making everyone think, oh yeah, well he got the bad one, right? But in reality he didn't. And he got a good one in that same regard. If he was truly evil, that's one way of thinking about it, right? You make an announcement, something like that, people believe it, boom, it turns out it's just a strategic move. And even vice versa. It can be a forple bluff, a bluff of a bluff whose bluff is the bluff of that bluff, right? If it even comes from the other side. Because what if Mao Mao's bluffing inside of that regard, right? And this whole bluff is, it's the Princess Bride all over again. But I knew that you know that I know that. Yeah.
私が勝てばうちの子になってくれるね。それに暑いな。
Hey, yo, he's flushed?
これは一体一杯では問題ない薬なのだろう。いくら憎らしいからといって本当に毒を盛るなんて。
Bro, he's fucking sweating up a storm. He's just like, how the fuck are we gonna make an excuse for this? How the fuck are we gonna make an excuse of this? How am I gonna go ahead and make this okay? It is medicine. Alcohol is the king of all medicines, isn't it? I mean, it can heal, it can disinfect, it can do a lot of things, but at the same time, it can also be a toxicant, can it?
ですよ。酒は百薬の長と言いますから。
酒？どういうことだ？
ジン様は酔っているだけのようです。
は？
He's just a lightweight or something.
稽古なんですよ、この人。
そういえば、いつもジュースばっ。
I'm gonna take a drink for that. He just drinks juice. My man is up here in meetings with the fucking emperor, just drinking his Capri Sun, just fucking 10-heading it, right? He's over here fucking 10-heading the shit and drinking his Capri Sun like. Everyone's fucking drinking alcohol, like, you know, like whatnot. He's just like, the entire time. He's so real. He's so fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Yeah, he can't dull his senses.
ばかりで酒を飲むのは見たことがないな。ではさっき入れた液体は？
アルコールです。さてと。さっさとこの男を運び出して。義郎の花を選ばせましょう。
生まれた時から人間の区別がつかなかった。乳母と母を間違えるどころか、男女の区別もつかなかった。
I know some of you guys might be thinking, wait a fucking minute, is this just an over-exaggeration? Now my question would come into, as a psychologist, he says from the moment he was born, that something happened during pregnancy. And even past that, during years 0 to 1 or 0 to 2, did something happen in that regard? Could be a neuro disorder. Could be. But even, again, this is fiction. Authors will take freedom to go ahead and over-exemplify certain elements, you know, like it's all fiction does. But in that same regard, that's really, really interesting. And ran off with. I'm gonna take a shot for that. Holy fuck! Well, let's back it up just a little bit.
男女の区別もつかなかった。父は私に呆れ、これでは役に立たぬと愛人のもとに通うようになった。母はそんな父を取り戻そうと必死だった。そんなわけで名家の長子でありながら手すさびで覚えた語とシャンチーにのめり込み、奔放に生きることができた。
顔ではなく声や素振り、体格で人を覚えるんだよ。お前ならシャンチーかな。
おじきだけは 自分を理解してくれた。容量は悪いが優秀なおじきのおかげで次第に人の顔が駒に見えるようになった。
And I think that's the wonderful part of that is when you really have people that care about you like that are able to go and explain the world for you again. Like people like that are usually like some of the best, like especially if you have like a great like, you know, uncle, brother, cousin, whatever, that is able to go and empathize with others to explain the world around you. Really good at like, you know, essentially like being able to go and teach kids and raise kids and showcasing like, hey, like this is a good way to go and empathize and view the world and understand the world around you, you know. I struggle to tell differences between faces as well, but just in a soft way. And how does that look like for you, Bad Weather? Like, genuine question, when it comes to that struggle.
おじきが社に見えたときに、やはり優秀な男なのだと再確認できた。
Oh shit.
成長してからは。
I will say this though. I don't know how else to phrase it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out there. Interesting how he sees others as pieces in a game when he can literally just be seen as a pawn himself, huh? Isn't that kind of sad? He sees others as like chess pieces in a game, but to the Emperor, he's probably, and to others, he's probably just a piece as well. Oh, chariot piece is equivalent to a rook.
部の才はないのに、家柄のおかげでいきなり長を任された。自分が弱くとも、部下を無駄なく使えばお釣りが来る。人が駒となるシャンチーは何より面白いゲームに違いなかった。仕事でもゲームでも無敗が続く中、付き合いで行った議論で噂の妓女と対決することになる。無数の白黒の中、そこだけが鮮やかに輝いていた。女の名はフォンシェン。議論で負けなしの妓女と軍部で負けなしの自分。どちらが負けても観客は面白いことであろう。確かに強い。けれど、所詮は井の中の蛙。負けた。
Take that fucking L. Holy fuck, brother. Smart women are fucking hot. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, brother. I'll be honest with you, and I'll share this. In a situation like this, what happens when your world gets turned upside down? Propinquity to a level, and a paradoxic distortion to a level where most people can't necessarily see. I've seen a lot of people that when they lose, when they're really, really good at something, and then someone's able to go out and show them up or whatnot, first it might come off as jealousies. I can do better than you. But then over time, it starts turning into a bond. I know it turns into the P word. I haven't used the P word in a couple of episodes, which I think is important to go and enunciate and highlight here. But also, propinquity. So when we look at that, right, when we look at a situation like this, can someone that beats you like this in showcases you and is smart and is, you know, the number one courtesan or whatever, right? Would they shake up your world?
それも圧倒的にこんなに負けたのはいつ以来だ?
Oh no, something positive. Hey yo, Mal, oh, she's hot. Mal, mom, mommy. The high class courtesan is hot. Oh boy, oh no, she's hot. He sees her. Oh.
こういう顔をしているのか。
Right.
まるで宝泉花の実のような、触れたら弾けそうな、人を寄せつけない目。次はまくるまい。それからひたすらゴとシャンチーを繰り返すだけの温泉が何年か続いた。議論で生まれた本心は誇りだけを固め
Bro, just lift your face, your head up and you will see the face.
たような性格だった。
母はおりません。私を産んだ女ならいますが、花町では妓女は母になれませんので。
Right.
才能ある妓女はある程度人気者になると売り惜しみが行われる。
Sure.
本線もその一人だった。きつすぎる対応が万人向けではないものの、一部の構図化に受けていたらしい。次第に値もつり上がり、三月に一度会うのがやっとになった。
Bro, once essentially what's happening with the other officer, right? Where at the moment, like, it happens once every so often, because the price keeps going up, and it keeps going up, and it keeps going up, and it keeps going up. Turn off for select people, which is why I'm saying, Kesa, this for me seems more of a, of course, the author taking some liberties, but as well, it literally can just be trauma brain in that regard. I've seen people literally put up an X on people that, like, you know, they let in and be vulnerable. And the moment that they hurt them again, there's that giant X on their face. It's sort of like in a silent voice, right? Where it's like, nope, I'm not going to go ahead and interact with them. And for them, they're like, no, I can visually see it. Like, I can see a giant fucking X on people's faces, you know, if I'm being vulnerable with them. Or if I, like, not being vulnerable, but if I can't interact with them in that regard. But for some people, it just depends, right? Of course, this is fantasy, so people, the authors and people will go ahead and fictionize it, you know, exaggerate it a little bit. But when it comes to like IRL stuff, people tend to go and handle it in different ways. Yeah, straight up. Like there's been a lot of cases, and there's been cases out there where people will legitimately, and I wouldn't say aphasia, but trauma brain, if we're gonna go talk about it this way, are stupidly complicated. Yeah, they'll go ahead and interact with anything and everything to fill a void, so that way they don't have to deal with trauma. And that's a key thing to do that. Maybe, yeah. That's why when he says from birth, he wouldn't really know. Yep. Surprises there's a possibility, alternative paths to visualization, and abstraction of a face that would be atypical. But I've also noticed this. I mean, and I hate to put it this way. How many of y'all completely disregarded someone until they all of a sudden became important in your life? And then all of a sudden you started noticing a lot of things about them. I'll be straight up, even myself, to the point where it's like, you know, they sort of just blend into the background and I wouldn't necessarily even care about them. They were just another face in the wall in that same regard, right? Where every day, you know, going through work, going through everything. Oh yeah, just another face in the background. We'd chat. Yeah, like, hey, how's your day going? Whatever. Until all of a sudden they sparked my curiosity, my interest. And then their face stood out from being in the background. Now imagine that same thing, right? That same aspect that happens to us every single day. And this doesn't just happen with faces, by the way. Disassociation or aspects of disassociation happen to everyone. If you're ever driving, right? Do you disassociate from when you start driving to where you end? So for example, do you remember every single step that you take? Like right now, how many of you guys are automatically breathing? Versus how many of you guys are manually breathing? How many of you guys are actually thinking about every single breath that you're taking and if it's filling your entire body and how deep and awesome it is, like to go ahead and fill your entire body? Exactly, because most of you guys automatically throw that into your brain and your automatic nervous system taking over. So you're not consciously thinking about it. In a way, you're disassociating from it. How many of you guys actively think when you're driving, you know what, I got to go ahead and press my foot down a little bit further. I got to go ahead and, you know, start turning lanes right now. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are just like, whoa, that was like a 2-hour drive and whatever, I'm here, right? Add cast annual automatic breathing. Or even past that, how many of you guys have a dry mouth right now? And maybe you didn't notice it until I said it right now. Like how many of you guys can feel maybe you need more water, maybe more like, you know, maybe your mouth is dry in a particular area, one particular spot in your tongue or in your mouth where it's a little drier than the rest, right? Or is it moist? Is it overly moist? Can you hear your mouth just slapping together all that saliva and stuff, right? Like you have an itchy nose. And that's the same regard, right? There's a lot of things that our body is constantly processing, a lot of information that we tend to go ahead and just let it rely on the nervous system, on our automatic senses so that we don't have to process it. However, stuff like that can go even further into human interactions, can go into like everyday interactions. I've seen people automize, and I hate to put it this way, their relationships. I've seen people automize their relationships where for them, it's like the weekend comes and they just disassociate And like, yes, they go out on dates with their partners. They go and do certain things, whatever. They have sex. They can do 1,001 things. And then Monday comes around and they're back to work. And guess what? All of a sudden they're disassociating through work. Comes the weekend, the same routine. They disassociate through the weekend, and it's back at it again. It's a wild ride. It's a wild ride. That's what I'm saying. It's like trauma looks different for every person. But when it comes to certain things like this, yeah, authors take creativity 100%. Before getting called out on that as well. Oh, no, bad weather. Wow, how short is your hair, actually? That's a good question. I got it.
光線化となんだそれは。
片ばみ、別名猫足です。解毒や虫刺されに効く生薬だとか。
Right.
放線化と同じで、成熟した実に触れると種が弾け飛ぶんです。
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
次はいつ来られますか？
ん？また。
Oh, the way she asked that, it's like she genuinely fucking, oh. Why am I tearing up? The way, like, you know, for someone that come, like, you know, that they mentioned is like so cold and whatnot, for her to ask that, that's, oh.
3ヶ月後に。
わかりました。
本線の身請け話を聞いたのはその頃だった。本線の根は小塚たちの競り合いで釣り上がっていった。
Oh no.
武官として出世したものの、異母兄弟に跡継ぎの立場を奪われた自分には到底太刀打ちできる額ではなかった。
Right.
たまには賭けをしませんか？
ん？
あなたが勝てたら好きなものを与えましょう。私が勝てたら好きなものをいただきましょう。
Oh shit.
お好きな番を選んでください。
Oh shit.
ふと悪いことが頭をよぎった。
5でよろしいですね。
ああ。
メイメイ、試合に集中したいから。はい。
May. This is pain, Pecco. This is fucking pain, Pecco. Oh. May. Oh. Little sister, does it, Bleak? I didn't know that. Hmm.
"気づけば手が重なっていた。本線からは甘い言葉も何もなかった。自分もそんな柄ではなく、ある意味似た者同士の二人だった。
子がやりたい。
自分とてシャンチーがしたいと思っていた。
No.
と泣いている。何にも知らず小鳥たち。
What the fuck is this episode, brother? I thought we were getting a happy ending. I thought we were getting the last 3 episodes of it just being a fucking happy-go-lucky until season 2. What the fuck is this, bro? Bro, I'm over here just fucking... This is fucking triggering me in some shit too, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? No. Towards happiness. Oh.
その3ヶ月後、優秀だったおじきが。
Wait! Is this Mamal's dad? Wait! The cane, the whole being ousted, it all relates. Go back and listen to the voice. His voice is pretty identifiable. It probably was. It all relates, brother. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, fuck. Oh. He didn't just help raise you. He helped raise your kid. Damn. He didn't just help you out in exploring and identifying the world, and he helped mom out too. Bro, I'm over here just fucking getting destroyed. I'm getting fucking destroyed right now. I can't even tell you guys. I'm hiding under a mask of happiness and streamer thing, but inside I'm fucking destroyed. What the fuck is this, man? Mama's dad looked more like her granddad. Yeah. The episode isn't even over yet. Stop.
高級の遺憾になったと思ったら追放だと一族の面汚しだ。
優秀なのに相変わらず容量が悪い。
お前は奴と親交が深かっただろう。
I need to cope. Hold
し
on.
ばし留学しろ。
Study abroad.
念のためだ。
しかし、
なんだ。
いえ。
We're gonna get a happy ending, right, guys? It'll be happy, right? It'll be a happy ending, right? This is getting too fucking. Let me cope. Let me fucking cope, guys. Oh no, brother. Oh no. But also, this makes sense. The whole him going and, like, hey, you're gonna have to go and study as well. I mean, well, how else will you learn in that regard?
何でもありません。親であり上司である父に逆らえるはずがなかった。
Right.
同じ頃、身請け話が破談になったと本線から文があり、
Oh shit.
私も半年ほどで戻れるだろうと高をくくっていた。その時は。
It's been good, chat. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys here Sunday for Moshiko Tensei Sunday. I'm looking at this and I'm like, did the whole buying arrangement fell through because she was pregnant and she was subtly trying to let you know something? Because if it is, I'm gonna throw fucking Senor Pinguino. They're so far from here that Loki is probably gonna get him and fucking just shoot through him. Oh my god, brother. I'm looking at this and I'd be like, wait, what do you mean the arrangement fell through? What do you mean? What happened? Oh, fuck, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all are fucking wonderful. And to everyone on YouTube. When I heard Apothecary Diaries, I didn't think it was going to be an anime that was this good and this full of pain. What the fuck is this? This ain't 2 shots of tequila, bro. This is more than fucking 2 shots. What the fuck is this? This hurts. This hurts, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
まさか戻るのに3年もかかる。
I'm done. Nope. YouTube, I appreciate y'all. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Remember to practice some self-care. Oh, fuck. 3 whole years?
とは思いもしなかった。
The letters are all stacked.
本線からの文がこんなに。
What the fuck? What the fuck?
土くれ？いや、小枝か？しかも2つ？違う。
No! No! What the fuck? No! No! The fucking pinkies? The pinkies? What the fuck, dude? She was probably desperate. She was probably fucking waiting for you, man. She waited for you. She was probably like desperate to fucking see you, man, in some way, shape, or form. I am devastated. I am fucking devastated, dude. I am fucking devastated. I can't even talk properly, man. I'm fucking devastated. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
これは指切り、そんな呪いが流行っているのは知っていた。身請け話が破談になった原因、あの袋に入っていたもう一つの小さな指輪。
Wait, but do pinkies grow back? Do pinkies grow back? I don't know. I'm not a fucking medical expert. I'm a psychologist, not a fucking medical professional.
なぜ
What the fuck?
気づけなかったのか。
Phoebe! Guys, hold on real quick. Guys, can we please give a shout out to Phoebe, please? No, Phoebe, mira. Estoy tomando tequila. I'm fine. No. I thought there were aspects of it. Hold on. Guys, please go follow Phoebe. She's like super fucking incredible. I can't praise her enough. I'm fucking devastated right now, and I'll take another shot for Phoebe here. No, tequila, water. What? More tequila? Okay, thank you. Phoebe's absolutely incredible fucking streamer, incredible individual. Go follow her, honestly. Like, most of the time she's doing her thesis work and I'm just in there fucking, doing my own homework and doing my own shit in there, and it's fucking amazing. Holy fuck, dude. Well, the tip of the finger can grow back. No, I'm gonna Uno reverse you. You're fucking incredible. You're amazing at what you do. Dude, I've been on the verge of tears. What the fuck?
こんな簡単な答えにすらたどり着けなかった。
No quiero llorar, pero estoy a...
今さら何しに来たんだい。3年も放っておいて価値が落ちた技術がどうなるかなんて知ったことじゃないんだろ。
Stay here.
少し考えれば分かったは
Hi,
ずだ。
Phoebe.
身請けの破談、その原因はポルシェの腹には店の名を汚し、信用と価値が地に落ちた妓女がたどる末路。
God damn, dude. No worries, Phoebe. I appreciate
夜高
you.
のごとく客を取り、いずれ
Can you imagine the amount of guilt, the amount of fucking guilt that must come through with this? Can you imagine the amount of fucking guilt that must come through with unknowingly just coming back into this in 3 years too late? You don't even know, the person that you cared about, that you love, that whatever. And he already acknowledges it and knows. And imagine actively processing all of that they must have taken on so many, that they could have gotten sick, that they could have, everything that you held on to that virtue is gone in an instant like that. And that you don't even know if your kid is still there or not in that same regard. But that doesn't change the value of her. And I think that's a huge fucking element through that. And I'm getting all fucking emotional because I've seen too many fucking shit happen. Even in therapy, even with some of the fucking clients that I have, where people come through and shit happens in relationships. Don't get me wrong. I understand. Life is weird. I'm taking off my glasses. That's how you know it's fucking, it already got me, man. That's how you know it already fucking got me. If I have to take off my glasses, it's game over. I can't fucking see you guys right now. I don't know what the fuck you guys are typing. I know you guys might be moving, but I don't fucking see you guys. But the value of a person is not determined by what the fuck may have happened in their past, And I think that's a huge lesson to take away from this. It's, oh my God. I'm just devastated, man. I can't even fucking put it into perspective. Like the amount, like if you put yourself in his shoes, the amount of guilt that he must be with, that he's like trying so fucking desperately at the moment to connect with Mao Mao, and trying, like, you know, with all the fucking guilt and everything that's been swarming through it, right? He couldn't even save the person that he cared about. Can't even save his own fucking daughter at that point in time, right? From being thrown into this palace, from being able to enjoy a safe and steady life that I'm sure he would want to go ahead and produce for her. And then vice versa, if you put yourself on her shoes, your partner just left you and he's gone, and you're there for 3 years, and your baby's hungry and your baby's crying, and you need to go to work and you need to find some way to make money because your baby's going to go ahead and starve and die. And at the same time, like, you're now seen as washed up. You're now seen as thrown away. Nobody really cares about you in that same regard. Ever since you got pregnant, you're now seen as a detriment to society and to the establishment. You're no longer worth any value to a lot of people because everyone sees you as lesser than, despite you not really even having lost any of those skills whatsoever that made you popular in the first place. Imagine living with all of that. Dude, I'm fucking devastated. That's all I can say. I'm trying not to fucking cry, but I'm fucking devastated. This show is just like... this shows something else, dude. Now remind his... Jinshi carried the injured Mama out of the temple. A happy ending. Fuck you guys, dude. I literally have snot running down my fucking nose. Dude, what the fuck, dude? I'm trying hard not to just fucking cry, and I'm having snot run down my nose. What the fuck, dude? Ay. ¿Por qué son así? Honestamente, mira. Ha habido tantas cosas que hemos mirado. So many fucking happy Father's Day. Don't say that. You see, thank you so much for this, Church. This hurts on a fundamental level, man. Like, on a fundamental level. We're warned about moving forward based on conjecture only. How do you feel now, huh? Not an ending yet. They still have an episode. Dark Thug, don't remind me. Don't remind me. Dark Thug, don't remind me, please. No, oh no. Let's get through this episode, sure, and then we'll take a minute break.
どんなに嘆いたところで時は戻らない。何もかも短絡的だった自分が招いたことだ。ここは楽勝館か。
お目覚めです。
He recognized the house instantly. He literally fucking woke up and instantly just fucking... The pain keeps coming. What the fuck is this episode? What the fuck is this episode? What the fuck is this episode, man? I didn't think it would be like this, dude.
メイメイ。
どこぞの鬼人の使いの方が連れてきたんですよ。それにしてもひどい顔色。赤いというか青いというか。
私とてこうなるつもりはなかったよ。まさかあんなに強い酒だとは思わなくてね。メイメイは昔、本シェンの下でカムロをしていた。メイメイとはよく遊んでやった。筋がいいと褒めたらもじもじしていた。そういえば。
どうかなさいましたか？
いや、なんでもない。
はい、どうぞ。
So was Mei used as a connection point whenever he would come over and stuff? Cheers. I just figured out what Mao Mao meant. It just fucking... All my neurons fucking connected. I just figured out what Mao Mao meant. This is about to get fucking devastating on another level. What time? The whole you have to come in here and buy one of the girls from the Vertigo house. Wow. How's the anime been treating you? How's the anime been treating you?
マオマオが作ったそうですよ。
そうか、マオマオが。
それとこちらの
Hold on.
マオが作ったそうですよ。
そうか。
I fucking can't, bro. The fucking immediate parental switch. Like it was to buy out like Meme, yeah? The whole point was to go ahead and be like, or whoever, maybe Padirin? Yeah, right. That was the whole point. It's like, hey, we'll get you in there, right? Even though there's been other promises, at least you'd be able to go and keep them safe. But that doting father instantly comes through, and it's like, hey, I fucking care about you. It's Mao Mao. My daughter made this. Oh my fucking god, it's amazing. Oh yeah, so fucking good. Despite it not being good, but some comedic relief after it being so fucking rough, man. The author knows what he's doing, but I also have a feeling the author probably went through some shit. In order for for example, I don't know much about a lot of these authors, right? But I can make some assumptions. For example, let's start off with the ReZero author. Is it Tape, right? He's probably gone through some shit in his life. He's probably been around a lot of fucking... Yes, Tape. He's probably been around, like, psychologically speaking, I have a reference sheet inside my own head where I can make an assumption. He's probably worked at, like, some sort of things where he had to go ahead and, like, be by himself, either as a baker, butcher, some type of environment where he has to go ahead and reintegrate himself into the aspects as to what makes livestock or humans, right, human. In that same regard, we can look at Moshiko Tenzin. We can also go into, like, you know, Tape and Rufujin for the aspects of trauma, right? Did they go through childhood trauma? Have they gone through aspects of being bullied in school where they've had to go out and understand the aspects of self, or maybe even not be necessarily filling into their father's shoes or other people's shoes? There's certain instances where just looking at the way that people write a story, you're able to go ahead and figure out certain things from it. When it comes to this, I love the whole economical aspects of certain things, right? Although I will say, I heard recently in the Discord that apparently the author from this show has been in economical troubles or tax troubles or something. They understand trauma, certainly. Absolutely. The Tape and fucking Rufujin are amazing at what they do. No fucking discussion here. The mangaka. Okay. So when it comes to the author, specifically, what have they gone through to be able to, or to be writing these characters and empathizing with them in this regard? For their main character to go through this journey, what have they gone through to be able to go and share and think about? The original author, one of the people that draws the manga. Okay. That's sort of what I'm thinking about. I always love to go ahead and think about, like, what the authors specifically, not the mangaka, but the authors. What have they gone through in their life that led them to gain inspiration for their characters? Don't tell me that they were isekai. No, brother. No.
それとこちらの箱もマオマオが。
枯れた装備？
たとえ枯れたとしても形を保つことができるんですね。
Fuck! And pace yourself. I'm fine. I'm fucking fine. Fuck! I know. I'm fucking open, dude. I'm fucking Gordon Ramsay right now, man. I've cooked an entire meal for myself, and I'm fucking living in the pain of it because now I gotta eat it all. I gotta go heat up my fucking chicken nuggies at this point. Speaking of it, Shafivi, if you're still there, you're fucking incredible, dude. Hope your final went well. Hope your dissertation went well. Ed rolled 5d6 psychic damage. Dude, the way that this is like, the message behind that is so fucking incredible. And, like, for me, it instantly popped out, like, even when weathered, it can retain its shape. Fuck, dude.
メイメイ姉さん。失礼します。
We gotta have a happy ending. No fucking way that season 2 just ends off like this. No fucking way, brother, that this is the way that we go into season 2. No fucking way! No! 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 ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Just fucking let me be, bro. Just let me be. Let me be, Tong. It's a chair stream from now on. I'm fucking done. Hold on. What the fuck is this episode, man? What the fuck is this episode? Dude, this has been like... This has legitimately been a great... It's a great episode. It's a great fucking episode, right? Like, 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you guys. That was a phenomenal fucking episode. But it hurts. It fucking hurts. And that's the thing. It fucking hurts. I am devastated. What an episode. I'll be honest with y'all. I have a fucking mask on right now, but holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck. You put yourself in any of their fucking shoes. You put yourself in any of their fucking shoes, and you're like empathizing with any of the characters, and that's rough, man. Because it's like, in either shoe, what do you do? What do you do? That's just a series of unfortunate events. That is literally fucking life at work, and unfortunately, it's not always fair. It's not always fucking fair. But in a situation like this, he's out and about. He does it, right? Whatever. He goes away thinking, yeah, you know what? When I come back, everything's going to be the same. No one's really going to notice. Comes back just to find everything ripped, right? We're not even just talking about like family-wise, right? The person that he cares about completely ripped away from him, or what he would think is normal, right? No longer really being able to go and see his daughter. Everything just completely torn apart, and even vice versa, right? In her perspective, all the things that she must have gone through to try and keep Mao Mao safe. Putting yourself in either perspective, it just breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart by the amount of like guilt and trauma and like, you know, unfortunately for Mao Mao's mom, you know, contracting a disease, right? And in that same case, it affecting her life. Fuck. What a show, man. This is fucking cinema. This is peak fucking cinema, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what else to say other than like highest fucking regards for this episode. Easy 11 out of 10. And I've never really given an 11 out of 10. Easy 11 out of 10. Really good episode. What a way to build up, and what a way to showcase what a character has gone through. And in both perspectives, the trauma and everything through it. Oof. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with that being said, that brings us to the end of the episode. I hope you guys are practicing some self-care, and I hope that you guys are enjoying it and in pain with me, because holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck. Will you watch season 2 in 2025? Absolutely. Absolutely. Season 2 is going to be like auto-dictated by me. Whenever season 2 comes out, we're going to be watching it week by week. Sorry, guys. It is what it is. It's a good fucking show. It's a great fucking show. Practice that self-care. Remember, even if you guys haven't heard this in a while, I'm proud of you guys. Life is hard. And sometimes we don't hear it enough of like, I'm proud of you. I love you. I care about you. And even if it comes from like a random stranger out in the internet world, right? You may not even fully know. Like, people often like to think, oh, you know what? He's pre-watched, he's predicted, whatnot. No, dude, I don't have fucking time for that. I hardly even have time to sleep. Like, I get 2-3 hours of sleep a night of that because of work and because of continuing education classes and 1,001 other requirements. But like, I know that we're all going through life at different events and different milestones and different shit. And sometimes life is good. Sometimes life is tough. But I'm proud of you guys. And I'm proud of what you guys have done. And in case you guys haven't heard it, I love you guys. I really, really do. It's not a replacement for therapy in any way, shape, or form. But it is a support network. And that is why we have that Discord there. if you guys have ever want to feel a community that is actually caring, and yes, we disagree, yes, we argue, but at the same time, yes, we do care about one another. The Discord is there for anyone that needs it. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Whatever you guys are going through, know that you at least have a friend in me. And if you guys need to reach out at any time, I'm here for you guys. I'm really here. I love you guys. You guys are great.